Hey everybody, Bungzy here with another ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. Today we're taking a look at the very popular UL Thermawrap Parka and jacket by Montbell. Montbell is a Japanese company that specializes in ultralight outdoor clothing and gear, though they are undoubtedly better known for their clothing than their gear. The Thermawrap line is their synthetic insulation line. They have a couple vests and then 4 jacket versions of the Thermawrap. The Parker, which is this one in my hands, and what they call the jacket are the same, with the only difference being the hood added to the Parka. They have the same material and insulation volume. The jacket weighs 8.5 ounces and the Parka weighs 9.3 ounces. So the insulated hood costs you an extra 0.8 ounces at $209. The Parka also costs you an extra $30 in essence for the hood. The other 2 jackets in the line are the Thermawrap Pro and the Thermawrap Guide, which have thicker shell and insulation material respectively. My comments today are specific to the Parka, which is what I have again, and the standard jacket, which again are the same jackets just with and without the hood. Shall we jump in? Hard pressed to find any vloggers criticizing the Thermawrap. I couldn't find any. While I do think this is a thoughtfully designed and well-built jacket, I cannot give it a resounding thumbs up without adding a huge asterisk, which either makes this the perfect jacket for you or the worst jacket for you, depending on where you fall. Let's get into it. This might sound like a sharp right turn, but let me start this Montbell Thermawrap review by blaming Patagonia. I know, what the hell am I talking about? As most of you know, Patagonia kind of changed the game about 3 years ago when they introduced their now continually expanding lineup of nano air jackets. With this line, they created a new category of jackets in the industry, what is now commonly referred to as quote-unquote active insulation. Plain English, synthetic insulation that therefore can get wet and still work, sandwiched between inner and outer materials that breathe exceptionally well. So in theory, you can stay warm when it's super cold and wet without overheating. Everyone rushed to buy these and all the other brands rushed to catch up. What did Montbell do? They took their already existing Thermawrap line and re-engineered it with a much more air permeable outer and inner. Now, this is what's important. You won't find Montbell, Patagonia, or any of the other brands using anything but superlatives to describe their active insulation jackets. And that is just wrong. So here we go. In cold weather, these jackets are not warm unless you're on the move and exerting yourself significantly. A casual walk ain't gonna cut it. I mean true sweat-inducing exertion. There, I said it. Again, despite the marketing, which is littered with nothing but superlatives, jackets like these are not warm in cold weather unless you are on the move and generating significant body heat. They just don't trap enough body heat otherwise. And for the same reasons that body heat is quickly and easily expelled through this fabric to keep you from overheating, so does wind cut right through these jackets. Confirmation bias will have some owners claim they are warm, but I call BS. There is some warmth obviously, but I wouldn't call it warm. I define warm as comfy or toasty. These jackets are never that, unless again, you are exerting yourself significantly. They're not designed for that, and these brands are guilty of over-marketing these jackets. This is not a magic jacket. Mulling around camp in the winter or wearing this jacket around town in the winter, you will not be toasty warm in it. Now, there is a workaround. If you're carrying a rain jacket, throw it on over and any active layer such as this, and you'll trap heat because of it. Makes a big difference. But if you're looking for a 1 quiver jacket, this is not it. Now, I'm going to turn this on its head and give you a very different way to think of this jacket. I would actually encourage you to think of this jacket as a fleece alternative. Fleece makes for arguably the best active layer, as fleece is warm, wicks sweat really well, and can be very breathable, assuming you are wearing a fairly lightweight fleece. The Melanzana microgrid hoodie being the most popular example you hear about these days. But let's take a look at the numbers. Let's start with the Melly. The Melly weighs 11.42 ounces in a size large, while the Thermawrap Parka weighs 9.91 ounces in a size large. So this jacket is actually lighter than a lightweight fleece. Plus the jacket packs down easier and smaller than the fleece. So, sorry, that's my dog. So I would actually recommend thinking about this jacket, the Thermawrap, as a fleece alternative. Let's bottom line this. If you're doing long distance hiking and therefore hiking from dawn to dusk before climbing straight into your sleeping bag, then you could probably get by with combining the Thermawrap with a rain jacket over it. If, however, your day ends early and you have a significant chunk of time milling around, hanging out, or fishing, or doing whatever relatively stationary activity you might do in the cold, this jacket will not be warm enough for you. You will be several notches south of warm and toasty, even with your rain shell on over it. Realize then that this jacket means you should consider carrying a fleece and a jacket, or two jackets. The Thermawrap for daytime on-the-move use and a warmer down jacket for stationary wear while in camp. I know, that sounds crazy, two jackets and ultralight, but again, realize you would probably be wearing a fleece otherwise during the day in really cold weather, and this jacket is likely lighter and more compact than the fleece you'd be using. You could also use this jacket as your sleeping top, saving a little weight there as well. But again, this is definitely not a one quiver jacket. Don't let the hype fool you. I've included a link to the jacket in my video description if you want to take a closer look. Again, the Parka retails for $209 while the jacket goes for $179. Well, that's all the time I need. I hope I gave you something to think about. A special request. Please take the time to hit like and subscribe. I know you hear that all the time, but it makes a huge difference to us content creators. It's how you keep us going. So please take the time to hit subscribe. Thanks, and I'll catch you on my next ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. See ya.